Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions. Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this lame. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. This is what the I'm in on industry games. I'm convinced that nobody is speaking my language. I'm a good ass, so listen close when I say this. After every field.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the New Orleans Saints. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8. Now it's gone. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Colin Saunders. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. To throw on second down is gone. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he will have the Bears first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Here we go. Here we go. 76. 76.
On first down, right back to Herbert. And this lines up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Goff now on second down. That's complete to Mooney. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. 11 yards for number 11. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
The Goff's throw complete here to Kmet. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Khalil Herbert.
27 yards.
And the Bears are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They run it again with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez.
That's returnable now for Smith.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Herbert powering up the middle.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Brian Brzee, the man to bring him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second down, they go back to Herbert.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he will have the Bears first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Flushed out right.
Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick. They throw one to the big
Touchdown, New Orleans! Alvin Kamara, 31 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Out of the end zone comes Smith.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Herbert.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Goff. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his 1st one here.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, Goff.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's 2nd and 7. Hand off right side for Herbert. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. The 71 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the 1st half of this divisional round matchup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's Goff. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On second down, a run with Herbert. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Herbert once more. Oh, a heck of a move. And the Bears are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. Herbert will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really.
There he goes, left side.
And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now Carr throwing on second down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Carr to throw.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Now Cairo Santos, who was briefly a member of the Bears, on for the field goal try. And he missed it. It's no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. They'll roll him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. O'Shea Zimmerman from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On third down, Herbert. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Later 9. 6-18. Express.
On first down, Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And Kamara's going to have a Saints first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. Carr now to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Throwing now is Carr. His throw incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Dominique Robinson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Williams. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
Down to the 42, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
To throw, it's Carr.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
And Kamara with a carry there on first down as he works his way forward for a pickup of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
93.
Now Carr.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Now Carr. first shot in there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Carr to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Herbert. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 124 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And this will be a Bears 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Again, it's Homer. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. A handoff for Herbert.
And some space here.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
This is Herbert. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Now Herbert.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
They'll run this with Homer. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Moore, the man in motion. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to revert. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jared Goff scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And this is a unit that needs to get in gear if they want to play for a conference championship next weekend. Down 7 here in the 4th, and a very critical drive upcoming.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now Carr. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. Here's Carr.
Again, it's Johnson.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
And people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
To throw his Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A great play there. 28 yards.
And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Goff connects Connecting with Andrews.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Here's first down.
And the Bears first down.
Here's Herbert. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
They'll run here with Herbert.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's first and 10 now. They'll run. It's Herbert.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here's first and 10.
On the give, this is their fullback. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Here comes second down. Herbert powering up the middle.
He stiff arms it, breaks through the contact, and they'll get this down to the 10.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And he got it. The kick is good. He splits the uprights. And in doing so, he sends them to the NFC title game.
The Bears will fight on another week as we say so long, everybody.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.